I am so damn tired of trying to see it from the other side.
Well, that's a great way to start a political discussion. Just outright say that you're not even going to attempt to see it from the other side's point of view.
I'm trying to discuss nuance while they paint us and our candidates with the broadest of hateful brushes.
Oh, we're getting painted with the broadest of hateful brushes. I don't remember, on any of the news outlets saying that Hillary supporters were racist or misogynists.
I'm tired of pretending like it's somehow reasonable to teach creationism in public schools with my tax dollars, while you tell me that two same-sex people who love each other getting married somehow threatens your marriage.
Well, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
If you voted for Trump, I am tired of trying to see things your way while you sit in your holier-than-thou churches / white power meetups refusing to see things mine. Did I just lump you in with white supremacists? No, you did that to yourselves.
I'm glad I'm lumped in with renowned white supremacist Ben Carson.
You voted for the same candidate as the KKK.
I'm sorry, miss. I couldn't hear you.
You voted for a candidate endorsed by the KKK.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
For the rest of your life, you have to know that you voted the same way as the KKK.
Oh, there we go. Loud and clear.
Does that feel good to you? Here's a hint. It really shouldn't, especially if you call yourself a Christian.
You see, this line of reasoning always pisses me off because people like to fearmonger about the Ku Klux Klan, but, the reality of the situation is the Ku Klux Klan doesn't have any power anymore. No one likes the Ku Klux Klan. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia, which actually causes real problems for the world, supported your candidate. So I want to know how you respond to that.
I'm tired of pussyfooting
Grab him by the pussyfoot.
around what offends your morals while couching what offends mine. Because racism and homophobia.
I will do everything in my power to protect our LGBTQ citizens from the violence and oppression of a hateful foreign ideology.
And misogyny.
Grab them by the pussy. Hey, when you're a star, they let you do it. They let you do it.
And xenophobia offend mine.
Well, actually, 58% of the Latinos agree with Trump's immigration policy. So, not xenophobic.
Let me say it right here. If you voted for Trump, I do think you're a racist. I do think you're homophobic. I do think you're a misogynist. Racism and homophobia and misogyny are all a spectrum, and you're on it.
What was that about being holier than thou?
Don't like getting painted with the broad brush of racism? Now you know what it feels like when you get told that you want to rip a baby out of a mother's womb at 9 months, when that's not what happens. That's never what happens. I tried to be polite, but now I just don't give a damn. Because let's be honest, we don't live in polite America anymore. We live in grab 'em by the pussy America now. So thank you for that. Being polite was exhausting. And don't come at me with how you just didn't like Hillary.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't like the candidate that you liked. Next time I'll just blindly choose whoever you chose.
This wasn't your standard, I just want lower taxes and smaller government Republican. We had Germans warning us that this guy was scary.
Oh yes, the classic Trump is Hitler. It amazes me how these people can compare Hitler, a man who was scarred by the First World War and had all these things in his life that made him the person he is, to a businessman and reality star who ran for president for the fuck of it.
And still you cried emails or Benghazi
Yeah, because those were real problems.
or that voice.
I have not heard a single person use that as an argument.
And still there's been mountains of evidence proving that nothing that you think Hillary did was that big of a deal or even true.
Citation?
Some of the finest minds in the world have drawn you graphs and charts proving that no crimes were actually committed, and you were either too dumb or too willfully ignorant to care.
You seem to be pretty acquainted with those charts. Do you mind showing me one?
And if you really cared about crimes, you'd care about any of the 3 pending against your candidate. Take your pick. I'd start with the rape of the 13-year-old girl.
Wait, I thought those charges were dropped. Oh wait, I forgot. We're guilty until proven innocent.
But if you voted for Trump, you probably don't care much what happens to women.
Well, actually, 42% of the women who voted for Trump. Well, I guess they don't really care about themselves. They have internalized misogyny.
Doesn't matter anyway. She received so many death threats from your political peers that she dropped the charges. But ask me again why more women don't come forward.
If you can just go and bring up alleged crimes, then I'm just going to go up and bring up the fact that allegedly Hillary Clinton intimidated the victims of Bill Clinton's sexual assaults. So let's, just put it out there.
And speaking of smaller government and lower taxes,
Wait, what about those other 2 crimes?
enjoy not getting mine. If Trump actually does what he says he's going to do, then your petty backward state and your small angry towns can pay for your own schools to not educate your children. I live in California, the largest economy in the United States.
Wrong.
And the 6th largest in the world. We'll be fine. But have fun affording all those children your health insurance won't pay for your birth control to prevent. I'm just kidding. You're not going to have insurance. Won't that be just great again?
Well, actually, you can be an adult and pay for your own birth control. Also, Trump wants to keep most of Obamacare.
The truth is that for those of us on this side, there is no when all this is over. Things are just getting started.
Actually, it hasn't started yet. How would you come back January 20th?
We think last Wednesday was bad. We don't know what bad is yet.
It might not even be that bad. You're doomsaying before the man has even taken office.
This isn't something you get over. This is something you endure. We are going to face attacks on every right we fought the last 60 years to gain.
Examples?
The deck is so stacked against us, we may not win. The best we can hope for is gridlock. And that's just nationally. Internationally, who the fuck knows what this lunatic is going to do?
I don't know, but it can't be much worse than Hillary's blow everything up foreign policy.
And the scarier thought is that the only thing worse than this guy is the guy who's one angry tweet away from the presidency, Mike Pence, advocate for gay conversion therapy and mandatory funerals for fetuses. So now's the time you might want to see things from my side. Because if we're all going to have to be friends after this, imagine me having to be polite and respect your vote to take away my rights and freedoms and those of my friends while we fight desperately to try to hang on to them.
What rights are being taken away from you exactly?
Because that is what you did.
Well, that was a cancerous video. It's amazing how melodramatic these people are. Cancer!